Today, we're going to be finding out everything that's wrong with the crash damaged Subaru Impreza that I bought in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, the link's up here. Check it out and you can find out what my wife's reaction was when I told her I bought this. But she took it all right. But anyway, we're going to find out everything that's wrong with this crash damaged Subaru Impreza by taking off all the parts that are damaged, finding out the extent of the damage, and also we'll be coming up with a plan of how we're going to fix it. And a couple of modifications we're going to do along the way, including a possible colour change. But we'll get onto the reasons why later in the video. For now, let's see exactly what's wrong with this Impreza before we can start any of the fun stuff. This Impreza was in a pretty bad crash. It's clearly gone over something on that front left side, which has caused the subframe to sort of bend under itself and pull everything else out of line. The bonnet's also got a pretty nasty dent and it's folded under there. The bumper has well and truly left the chat. Moving inside the car, there's not actually that much to do. The steering wheel airbag is obviously blown, that just needs replacing, but I've got a new steering wheel. And then obviously we need a new screen, that's something that I won't be doing. And then this part here actually just clips out. So you don't have to replace the whole dashboard, you can just replace this piece here, and it's one complete unit. I'm not gonna lie, the more I thought about the scale of this job, the more daunting it became. But I guess there's only one way to find out how bad the damage is, and that's to start stripping this car apart and taking as much off as we possibly can. So let's do it. Cue time lapse. I started off by taking as many bolts from the front crash bar as I possibly could, but then quickly realised this would be a lot easier, one, with the car jacked up, and two, if I took the subframe off first, because that was the worst damage. So, after 7 bolts, one had snapped off, I started to make some real progress getting the subframe off, until it all started to fall into place. That's it. Subframe down. Woo! With the old subframe off, I was able to lay it down below the new subframe and inspect just how bad the damage was. We're going to install this one because this should give us a perfectly straight and like everything in the right place template to fix everything else too. So my theory is if this is bolted in and this bolted on and this is straight, then everything else we can bolt to it and make sure it's straight, if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. That is the extent of the damage. Subframe's off. Let's see if we can't get anything else off, shall we? Easy. And finally, the crash bar was off, and I could see the full extent of the damage that was underneath. Okay. But it wasn't good news. That's not great, because I think that might be part of the chassis. If it is, we're kind of knackered. All right. Or we might not be. We might be, we might not be. But I wasn't giving up just yet. On the plus side, the radiator's not smashed, and it's still holding coolant, so that presumably still works. We do have a whole new front cut for it with those chassis legs, so cut, weld and replace these bits. So in fact, apparently I thought this part was worth addressing the camera properly. Got a plan. So I'm going to take this off, then we can have a look at what this actually looks like. If we have that same part, then we could be, we are in with a chance of being able to just like do a sort of like a front end swap. Why not make the first one easy, Chris? Why not just get one that's got like a little bit of panel damage on the wing? Oh yeah, that'd be a great idea. No, I'm just going to dive in straight in with a Subaru Impreza with chassis damage. Why not? Right, I'm going to whip this off and then we'll be able to see how bad that damage is in comparison to the good one, if that makes sense. So, I'll get that off. Ah, good. This is good news. This is good news, you guys. Really good news. We have that bit, which is the bit that's bent. So that should mean, in theory, so that should be, I don't know how yet, how this is going to be possible, but it should be possible to replace this bent in bit with that nice and straight bit. I think that's a good time to end this video there. The car is looking weirdly a lot better than it was before it was all taken apart. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not straight. It's a little bit on the skew-if side, but we've got a plan. And in the meantime, thanks for watching this second video on the whole channel ever. One way or another, we're gonna get through this, and this is gonna be put absolutely right, dead straight, and it's gonna be back on the road. And I hope you'll be there for the journey. Thank you so much for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Roll with it, just roll with it. You just gotta go with it, just go with it. Whole life is gonna spin out of control. Just go with it, just go with it. You gotta roll with it, just roll.